Today we're in section 2.3, multiplying decimals. We are in your books on page, we're on page 63 in our books. All right, so in example 1, I want you to write both of these problems down in your notes, and we are going to multiply them in just a second. All right, so we start by multiplying our first digit in our second row by each digit in the top row. Okay, so that's what we're doing here. So 2 times 1 is, everybody? 2. 8 times 1 is? 8. 5 times 1 is? 5. What goes below the 2?
0.
A 0 placeholder. Now 4 times 2 is? 8. 4 times 8 is? 32. So I write my 32? Where does my 3 go? Above the 5. And now 4 times 5 is? 20 plus 3 is? 23. Now what do? I add them together. 2, 16, 8, because I carried my 1, and then my 23. Okay, now here's my big question. How do I know where my decimal goes in my answer, Kat? How many decimals did I have in my original numbers that I was multiplying? And how many is it, class? 4. So I count 4 decimal places in my answer, and that's my final answer, 2.3862. Now your book also talks about checking to see if your answer is reasonable. Yesterday we learned something called front-end estimation. That's where we round using our leading digit. The one difference here is going to be that we cannot use 0 as our leading digit. It's got to be a non-zero number. All right, so in the first number, I round using my 5. So the 8 rounds the 5 to a what? 6. To a 6. Okay, now my first non-zero digit number in my second number is 4. So the 1 rounds the 4 to a what? 4. Just to a 4. Okay, so 6 times 4 tenths, well that gives me 24, and then my decimal goes here. So here's what I'm asking myself. Is 2 and 4 tenths pretty close to 2 and 3 tenths? So yes, my answer is reasonable. I checked it out. All right, I want you to do the same thing on the second problem. Okay, do the same thing over on the second problem that we just did. All right, so let's start working it out. We've got 4 times 2 is 8, 2 times 1 is 2, fill in my 0, 28, 980, 8, 10, 10. Where does my decimal go? Very good. All right, leading digit, rounding, 1.4, 1, 7.2, 7. What's 1 times 7? 7. And 7's pretty close to 10. Like I just said, if you had gotten 70 and your answer was 10, then there's a problem there. All right, if you're within a couple, most likely you are correct. All right, so just solving and checking to see if it's reasonable. Let's work a few more front-end estimation problems. I just want you to take a minute on your papers to round each of these numbers using front-end estimation. Remember, you cannot use 0 as a leading digit. It has to be a non-zero number to round. All right, so let's say them all together. 5 and 82 hundredths? 6. 41 hundredths? 4 tenths? 4 tenths, round it to the nearest to the first non-zero digit. 23 and 41 hundredths? 20. 20. You got to fill in that 0. 356.893? 400. And 0.00093? 0.0009. Very good. All right, in example 2, we're solving more multiplication problems, except now we're just dealing with, some common, rules, I guess you could call them, that we're going to see. All right, so in the first one, we're multiplying by a whole number. In the second one, you're going to find something about your answer that needs attention before you can actually say that that's your final answer. So I want to give you a minute just to see if you can figure it out on your own first, and then we're going to go over it. All right, so let's multiply the first one. We have 5 times 8 is 40. We multiply it across. We add them up. And did you get 116 and 110? Okay, so then when we round, 6 times 18 is about 108. That's close. Okay, that's close enough. Again, like I said, if you got like 150 and your answer was 116, then you should go back and double check. All right, on the next one, we multiply across. But what did you find about your answer that you needed to change? You had to add a 0 because how many decimal places belong in your answer? 5. And you only have 4 numbers. So you need a 0 here, and then you can box your answer. Don't forget that you do need a 0 placeholder in the ones place also. Okay? And then checking to see if it's reasonable. That actually is very close. 600ths is very close to 700ths. So I know that it's right. Any questions? One more example? Y'all have it in you? Yeah? One more example. Example 3, multiplying decimals to find the area. What kind of shape is this? It's a rectangle. What's the area? What's the formula to find area of a rectangle? Very good. L times W, length times width. Now, if it's not already written for you, just remember that the number with the most digits goes on top when you are multiplying decimals. In this case, it actually ends up working out that it's length. But go ahead and solve this. All right, what is the area of this rectangle? All right, what's your answer, guys? 18.84. All right, good job. Okay, so that's it. If you understand that, it's everything you need to know for 2.3.